We all dream of what we want, who we could be in life. And today I'm going to talk all about life transformation, life change, and how to create your best life. I am so excited about this. I really have a passion of helping people create their best lives. And it's really difficult because we're really not taught how to do that as we grow up. We are taught in schools reading and math and science and history, and those are all really, really important. But we're really not taught how to create life transformation. And life transformation is really difficult for many people. When you think about it and you think about the big changes that you'd like in life, people often feel very challenged. How can I do this? How can I create my best life? What type of work would you want? What would be the ideal work situation if you can just dream ahead? What would your personal life be like? What would your relationships be like? What would your health be like? What would your finances be like? What hobbies would you have? And how could you create all of these transformations in your life to create that best life, that dream life? And it may sound complicated, but you know that there are people who create their dream lives. Why not you? Let's make this happen for you. So I want to talk a little bit first about why it's complicated. Why is life transformation complicated? And that can help us uncover solutions and strategies to simplify and make the pathway to life transformation easier. So the first obstacle that we need to think about is that our brains are really resistant to change in life. Our brains like familiarity. Our brains like us to stay on the track we're on, even if it's not the best track. And the reason is our brains are very well created to keep us safe in life. And when we try to change things, very often the brain worries and wonders, is this going to be safe? I'm not used to this. In fact, there's an area in the brain called the amygdala, and it filters when something in our lives changes. It filters. It sometimes sets up an alarm and lets us know this isn't right. This isn't our norm. Even if we're trying to make a good change, it can be difficult for our mind and our body. We know that there have been books and programs and videos written about even changing little habits in our lives. And when we talk about life change and life transformation, that's even more difficult than a little habit. Again, it's difficult for the brain. We need to learn to set our brains up more open to change so that we can move forward and create those changes that we want in our lives. And second, there are a set of skills that can help us become better life transformers, more skilled at changing our lives. For example, setting goals and reaching goals. Goal setting is really a very important skill. Some people have that skill naturally. Some people have learned it. Anybody can learn it. But if you want to make a change in your life, it's important to figure out exactly what that change is going to be specifically, so that you know exactly where you are and where you want to get to. And you can figure out what is the correct pathway for you to do that. That is a skill. It doesn't come naturally to everybody, but it can come naturally when you learn and set up those skills. Personal productivity is also a skill that can help us move forward efficiently in life so that we can move to get to where we want to be as opposed to feeling stuck. the ability to focus and get things done, to stay on track on a particular task or activity so that we can get results, as opposed to thinking of 5 or 6 things or feeling stressed and distracted, which slows us down, makes us inefficient, and can introduce areas where we can make errors as opposed to staying focused, moving directly, getting things done, leading to life transformation when we're doing activities related to life transformation. And for women, getting a grasp on work-life balance is really important to get to really enter into life transformation, because anytime you make a change, it can throw the whole balance off. So you really want to feel in control of your life, and when you do, when you've achieved what we call a sense of work-life balance, then making those life transformations, those changes, those steps of progress are much easier to move forward and get results. So I want you to think, for your best life, to create your best life, that acquiring a set of skills, and an additional skill is really time management, again related to personal productivity. When we learn to manage time well, skilled, efficiently, and we use our time well, we can make life change, life transformation faster, more effectively, reaching our goals. So we really want to think about pathways, skills, making sure that our brain is supporting us and not getting in our way, not standing in our way of life transformation. That's really important. And I want you to take a piece of paper and sit down and think about what your best life would be. What are the things that you want to do in your life that you'd want to reach? Where do you picture yourself living? Who do you picture yourself living with? What are your relationships like? What is a day like for you? What do you eat even? What is your living room like? Your bedroom like? You might even think about what car you want to have, but don't just focus on material things. I want you to think about your life, how you feel, what you do. For some people, they want to go from where they are now. They may want to lose weight. Some people may want to pick up healthier habits, better financial habits. Some people may want to be a confident public speaker. There are so many things that people want to accomplish in their lives and feel skilled to become, to reach. I want you to sit down with a piece of paper again and think about what those skills are, what those really goals are, who you want to be, what you want to be doing. What is your best life like? Chart it out and really think it out. And then what you need to do is really figure out how to create an open brain, how to have your mind open to change so that your mind is not getting in your way, that you're not blocked to make these changes, and to have the skills, a skill set, so that making change is easy for you because you're fluid and you know how to make change in your life. And then I want you to think about setting out goals and steps to create a pathway to go from where you are in these areas to where you want to be. I do that a lot with my clients in my groups and clients that I work with. I have a beginners club, a success builders group, and a high achievers club. If you'd like information simply about moving forward and making some life transformation in your life, I'd be happy to give you some simple steps if you'd like some simple steps. If you'd like to talk about these different levels that I have and getting some more support, I would be happy to talk to you about that as well. I am going to put my calendar to make it available, and I will have a limited number of appointments, so I would be happy to speak to a limited number of people, and I would love to talk to you to help you move forward. Let's help you really get life change, life transformation, life progress to create your best life. Let's get you to where you want to be in life, to your best, happiest, most successful life. I would love to help you get there efficiently, fast, easily, smoothly, and to enjoy the travel and the trip along the way. Let's create your best life. I can't wait to congratulate you when you get there too.